بيتك كل ورود العالم فيه الدنيا بتسكن فيه.
Hands up for one love. Peace is more than just one word. Shoulder to shoulder. Hands up for one love. Hands up for one love. Eine Welt, eine Heimat.
إنسان في أرض الله.
Eine Welt, eine Heimat. Eine Welt, eine Heimat.
أهلا بحضراتكم مشاهدينا. نحيي
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you from the Cairo, Egypt EDEX Exhibition 2025 for the defense industries that is held here on the land of peace, the land of Egypt, and the first edition and the second edition was 2021, and 2023 the third edition took place, which is the platform for the defense manufacturers. This exhibition is kicking off from the land of peace, in a very important message that Egypt is always stable and secured and is the land of peace. All the leaders of the world were signing agreements of peace from the land of peace, and Egypt is always calling for peace because it's very strong. All the eyes were concentrated on Egypt, and Egypt is the land of civilization and the land of religions. The fourth edition of EDEX, the manufacturers of defense manufacturers, Egypt is always calling for peace because it's strong and have courage. The edition kicks off under the auspices and the attendance of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the High Commander of the Armed Forces, also with the participation of a number of military officials from around the world, and everyone who is specialized in the defense manufacturers in the field of weapons, and also with representatives and participation of international companies specialized in manufacturing weapons, also the military tools. And it's also a strategic meeting that is very important, that is working on discussing the regional and the defense future, in addition to exchange of experience between the countries, in addition to boosting cooperation and also signing agreements and boosting diplomatic and military relations. Also discussing military performances. This exhibition that is kicking off starting today in its fourth edition is going to stay until the 4th of December. It's kicking off from the land of Egypt in a region that is facing many challenges. And it's emphasizing that Egypt plays a significant role in the region. Organizing this international event by Egypt shows that Egypt is in the map of organizing these exhibitions that is showcasing this military exhibitions. Also, it's participating a large number of and also it's showcasing military productions and weapons, shows the heavy weight of military and defense in Egypt, and the armed forces, all the armed forces in Egypt is participating in this exhibition. Also, the military production is participating, and also the Ministry of Defense. All these authorities are participating in this important event that shows the ability of the military in Egypt, that signifies Egypt among the countries of the world. Egypt is showcasing the latest in the weapons and especially in the maritime field. Also Egypt is showing how it developed its weapons. This event is one of the important and significant events with the participation of a large number of countries around the world, and also decision making is participating in this exhibition in order to exchange experiences in this field. Also, we're expecting a joint signing of agreements and memos of understanding that is going to benefit or make benefit for Egypt and other countries. Also, the design and engineering is going to be discussed, and also the production and localization of weapons, and also exporting. This important EDEX conference is taking place on Egyptian lands, that is kicking off from Egypt and from Cairo on a large number of area. It's 45,000 visitors is participating. The Egyptian booth is always the most important, that during which Egypt showcases its production from weapons, and the Ministry of Military Production showing the latest technologies. It's the most important, significant platforms that shows the way of Egypt, that Egypt have always calling and supporting peace and preserving its peace and security and stability through courage and through being strong. Egypt is going always to be stable.
Stell dir vor, es geht einfach. Träume helfen uns weiter. Eine Welt, eine Heimat. Eine Welt, eine Heimat. Eine Welt, eine Heimat.
حبيبي يا عيني مهما يطول البعد يطير حبيبي يا عيني ساكن فينا وساكنين فيه قربك نعمة تحيني طول الليل شايلك في عيني انتي احلى سنين جايين انا قلبي معاك طول ما عيوني شايفاكي الحمد لله بيتي ده بيتك كل ورود العالم فيه الدنيا بتسكن فيها
Hands up for one love. Peace is more than just one word. Shoulder to shoulder. Hands up for one love. Hands up for one love. Eine Welt, eine Heimat.
السيد الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the President of the Republic and the High Commander Forces. Peace be upon you. Welcome. Please be seated. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the President of the Republic, the High Commander of the Armed Forces, attendees, visitors, we have the pleasure to meet today in the 4th edition of EDEX 2025, the edition that Egypt resumes its attendance and its ability to arrange and organize one of the important conferences and exhibitions in the world. Now, the courage that Egypt have and being strong, it calls for peace. Here on the Nile River, Egypt writes a new chapter. Egypt have opened new horizons for the whole world by the inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum, sending a message for the whole world that Egypt is capable of introducing its history through thousands of years. Egypt, when it moves, the whole world witnesses and watches. And inside this all, the EDEX 2025 now shows how Egypt have reached to high levels of development in producing the defense and weapons. It is held on 50,000 kilometers with the participation of 120 delegations, in addition to the participation of the industrial chamber in Egypt. And what we are seeing is that Egypt is showing its new horizons. Long live Egypt, strong, stable, secured. Egypt is preserved by God. Mr. President, attendees with this song.
Once lived where you stand. We dream of a brighter future, and we know we can build it hand in hand. نحمي سلام عايش ويانا نأمنه بسلام،
نتقدم والأهداف تكتر ونحقق أحلامنا وتكبر، بالعقل وبالحكمة هنقدر نوصل للنجاح.
السيد الرئيس عبد الفتاح
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the President of the Republic, the High Commander of the Armed Forces, within the framework of the strategy of developing the military and weapons and the cooperation and coordination in the field of defense, South Korea became one of the significant partners with Egypt, for Egypt, in the field of defense, concentrating on this shows the development and reflects Egypt's capability to face challenges and regional that puts Egypt in the coping with international standards. We are going to watch now a documentary film. K9 A1 EGY from South Korea. This brigade and this rocket have been introduced that faces all the challenges in the war frontier. Egypt took its strategic decision in 2025 with cooperation and partnership between Egypt and South Korea. We have to be able to buy all the developed weapons and to produce it. Since the experience have been introduced to the Egyptian factories and training, and Egypt was able to manufacture with its hands what it needs, a howitzer K9 A1 EGY. Its range that exceeds 40 kilometers. This enables Egypt to be able to face all the challenges, writing its history and making its safety and security. The success that Egypt have reached through the EDEX conference puts Egypt on a high level and coping with international standards. Now we are not only showcasing the production of weapons, but we are making a big network of cooperation and coordination between other countries. The fourth edition of EDEX is going to showcase the latest in 2025. Now we are going to show a documentary film that is going to go through the story of the EDEX.
مركز الإشعاع الإنساني الذي أضاء للبشرية سبل التقدم والازدهار. وعبر التاريخ
Egypt have lighted the
مصر على جيش قوي.
knowledge for the whole world with its great civilization, the oldest civilization in history. Since the pharaohs, Egypt was pioneer in manufacturing weapons, and this was all drawn on the temples. And in the era of Muhammad Ali Pasha, Egypt was one of the countries that owned manufacturing factories for manufacturing weapons, and it introduced several. Today, Egypt is showing how it could manufacture weapons that are coping with international standards. A significant military level, that EDEX for defense manufacturing in order to exchange experience in this field. After the success of this exhibition in this field, 2021, 2023, that have been praised by all the world. The 4th edition of EDEX kicks off 2025. From the 1st until the 4th of December. Under the auspices of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, this military event is taking place with the participation of 112 countries and the participation of more than 50 companies around the world. Thousands of visitors and delegations, on top of which are going to see the latest developments in the field of military, and Egypt highlights its appearance, especially in the field of maritime, with the companies manufacturing weapons in Egypt through several names and great names in Egypt. EDEX 2025. Great history, supporting the international efforts, preserving international peace and security. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, President of the Republic and the Supreme Commander of the High Commander of the Armed Forces, the defense is very important for the stability of any country, and on the ground peace is preserved by the cooperation of the countries. Egypt, with its history and its role, insists on its keenness on the cooperation and development and preserving the rights crossing borders, able to develop and peace. Word by Abdel Majid Saqr, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and the Minister of Defense. In the name of God, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, President of the Republic, the High Commander of the Armed Forces, High Commanders, officials, delegates, companies, attendees. I have the pleasure to welcome you on the land of Egypt, the symbol of peace and security and stability, the land that wrote its history with its civilization that extend over 7,000 years and where the God was on its land and the prophets were here on its land. I have the pleasure to be with you today to inaugurate the EDEX 2025 that became an international platform in the from several, and it comes this edition as the region is witnessing changes and challenges that drives us to be always stand by. And the whole world recognizes now that Egypt's warning that came on by the words of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi of sliding of the whole region to a whole-out war was a sound of wise and recognizing the importance of preserving peace and stability in the region, that Egypt have stressed on. And also Egypt exerted several efforts to stop the war in Gaza and preserve the peace agreement. Egypt is capable of handling the situation in the region with its courage and with its and the military forces of Egypt is always wise. It's defending and not attacking. We witnessed a new birth of the inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum that shows the greatness of Egypt, that shows the future and the past. Egypt today introduces its one picture of its defense and its capability and courage and being able to cope with the international standards and development. And its military ability. It's a result of cooperation with great companies in the field of manufacturing, of military production. Mr. President, my deep respect and thanks for encouraging the military production to complete on its track and boosting cooperation and diplomacy with the other countries to preserve security and stability of Egypt and exchange of experiences with several at the end. I welcome the visitors of Egypt and the guests of Egypt. I hope this conference is going to be a way for exchanging experience. Thank you. Thank you. Long live Egypt. Peace be upon you. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the President of the Republic, under your auspices, I announce the inauguration of Egypt's 4th edition EDEX 2025. Now, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, is going to have a tour to inspect the exhibition. The complex manufacturers, the crocodile car for special forces. It's equipped with 4 rockets and as you see, it's Crocodile 3. It's called Crocodile 3. It takes 1.5 tons of weapons from the International Arab Company. It's manufactured there. The ballistic safety against explosion. Also equipped with some countries would like to buy 200 of this Crocodile 3. The Ministry of Military Production, it gathers a number of weapons. We are going to show you the weapons. 200. It has been exhibited and showcased in the previous EDEX. The And we have changed all the changes that you've asked for during the previous EDEX. Also, Horus 2 that has been manufactured with the cooperation of the armed forces. The today we have the Defense and Security Exhibition also showcases also the Ministry of Production. The Arab Organization for Industrialization, and also exhibited items were also classic military hardware, civil military solutions, for instance, armored vehicles adapted for transportation or security uses. The exhibits came from national defense manufacturing entities, reflecting domestic industry capabilities and possibility joint ventures, international partnerships. The mix of ground, naval, aerial and security technologies exhibit shows that EDEX aims to full spectrum defense display, giving a snapshot of modern defense readiness across domains. Domestic manufacturers and locally built hardware, the Expo signals support for national defense industry development rather than just imports. Presence of mixed civil military security equipment underlines the dual role, not only traditional warfare but also internal security, border control and national protection. We are developing all the system and it's going to be ready the 75 production, 18 of them are new in the armored or military grade ground vehicles, for example a tourist transport bus refurbished into an armored vehicle under a national defense production entity. Also general land military vehicles, armored personnel carriers, tactical vehicles representing mobility and ground defense capability. Security, in field of security, defense technologies, solutions beyond the heavy hardware, civil military or security-oriented systems, not strictly frontline war machines. Broad defense industry presence, meaning local defense manufacturing firms or national defense industry institutions, showed their products pointing to domestic production capabilities. The also aerial production, aerial and naval security technologies exhibits shows the EDEX aims for a full spectrum defense display, giving a snapshot of modern defense readiness across domains. The many exhibits comes from national defense manufacturing entities that is reflecting domestic industry capabilities and also possibly joint ventures, international partnerships. Beyond vehicles, advanced defense technologies, weapons systems, defense communications, surveillance gear, showing a broad scope of defense industry outputs. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. Your Excellency, I send the greetings of President of the United Arab Emirates. I welcome you, and I would like to express our keenness on participating in this exhibition. A number of Emirates companies are participating in this edition of EDEX, which is a major international defense and security exhibition showcasing the advanced military and security equipped across land, sea and air. This edition officially is a real step for development in the field of manufacturing weapons. The Jordanian booth and department, we have the pleasure to, we are exhibiting the Tariq system, and it's is one of the advanced it also has a wide range. We have made several technologies and coping with international standards. Very advanced system. It also includes a wide array of equipment from armored personnel carriers and other land vehicles to naval systems, defense technology and security hardware, and also cameras and radar. Some exhibits even here extends beyond pure military gear to mixed. Also the transferring and transportation for military personnel. It reflects the ambition of modernized defense manufacture and so of local as well as international defense industry collaborations that we are also showcasing a number of light weapons in addition to also the future technology, domestic manufacturers and local built hardware signals support for national defense industry development rather than just import. We have also cooperated with several companies in the frontier. Also, they use the dogs, the police dogs, and the centers of King Abdullah II that is working on the training of the forces. Thank you so much.
Dear viewers, that was the inauguration ceremony of Egypt.
إيدكس 2025 المعرض الدولي للصناعات الدفاعية والعسكرية. بعد النجاح الباهر الذي حققه المعرض في نسخه الثلاث، من جديد تأتي نسخته الرابعة على أرض مصر بمشاركة العديد من دول العالم لعرض أحدث الأسلحة والمعدات العسكرية وتبادل الخبرات العالمية بمركز مصر للمعارض